What's happening, Captains? Thanks for joining me today. Today, do you want to come on some adventures with me? Well, too bad. Let's do it anyway, all right? Now, I have been busy the last few weeks. Not doing this, but doing stuff that pays the bills. So we have done photography all over the place. We have gone quite literally all over the state shooting for clients. And it has been fun, but there have been some awesome adventures that I wanted to share with all of you. So we had to start off the end of June with going to take my dad to a restaurant that he really likes called Canoe for brunch. This was to celebrate Father's Day because when it was actually Father's Day, he was in the hospital. So we went there, we had a great time. But before going there, I stubbed my toe really hard. Apparently, I just really needed to kick the edge of a table. Now, I didn't think anything of this because I was just like, oh, I stubbed my toe, it's fine. But by the next day, on Monday, it had swollen up and turned so purple, I was like, oh my goodness, I have definitely at least cracked this, right? Or something, but we had loads of work to do. I had to get down to South Georgia to this beautiful piece of property and shoot it. It's like 277 acres that this client was trying to sell. And I mean, this place is gorgeous. Just take a look at it. I mean, it has beautifully manicured forests and fields and ponds and even like a giant lake and a place like an impalement for ducks. Absolutely gorgeous. Then the next day, July 2nd, was my birthday, so I wanted to go on a birthday hike, and Heather and I went up to see Foster Falls in Tennessee. This is one that I hadn't been to, and we really wanted to check it out. It's only less than a mile, and there's just like half a mile that's down stone-cut stairs into the side of the mountain, but oh my gosh, every single step down that mountain and back up, I thought I was gonna vomit. It hurt my toe so bad. But we made it, and unfortunately the waterfalls weren't like super flowing because it's been so hot and so dry here, but it was still cool to go and see and experience, and it's a great little hike if you haven't hurt yourself previously. But just a gorgeous location. I mean, just look at all of this. Then we of course celebrated the 4th of July holiday because that's a big one here in the US, and just relaxed and enjoyed time by the pool with our family and everything. And that was really great. But then we had to jump right back into it. This past week I was up in North Georgia shooting this really cool neighborhood that's going to be built by Carter's Lake. Carter's Lake is an awesome lake to go to that's really deep, really cool all year long, which is very sought after here because it's so hot. So I'm getting shots of the lots that the neighborhood is selling, because you're gonna buy lots and then build custom homes on it. And then I'm also shooting like the clubhouse. And they have a river running alongside the neighborhood, and they've got stuff set up beside the river for like, people to hang out, like fire pits and pavilions for eating and throwing parties and all that kind of stuff. And I'm shooting that, and I'm sitting there shooting, and all of a sudden I feel a sting on my back, right? And I'm like, oh, it's gotta be a wasp. And so I just like, try to shake off my shirt and get out of its way. And then I feel like 5 more stings, but I don't hear any buzzing or anything like a wasp. So eventually I ended up having to just rip off my shirt, and I'm like flinging it out, and I ended up getting stung all over my torso. And it was so bad, like I swelled up so bad. And then I'm sitting there shooting, and I can feel my throat starting to have a harder time breathing, and my eyes start swelling shut. And I was like, holy cow, because where I'm at, they haven't even finished the roads for the neighborhood yet, right? Like they're not on Google Maps or anything. The way I got there was I got to a road that was nearby and then took a little service entrance they told me about. And I'm like, if this gets much worse, I'm gonna die before an ambulance can get here. So in my mind, I thought, oh well, I might as well finish up shooting. So that's what I did. I sat there and I finished shooting pictures of the lake from the neighborhood and the clubhouse, and got to see some amazing deer while I was just trying to relax my breathing a little to kind of make sure I didn't hyperventilate or anything from stressing out. Even though all of these places I went over the past 2 weeks were for work, I mean, except for the hike to Foster's Falls, it was some amazing outdoor experiences, loads of like walking around and just enjoying nature. And it's so awesome that I can do this as a job and then also share it with all of you, because these really are some beautiful places, and they're quite the adventures on their own. Even if crazy stuff like me having a fight with a scorpion isn't always happening. But I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed the beautiful views from all of these places and coming along with me on these adventures. And I hope to see you out there. Bye.